Welcome to The Random Show. Inside knowledge on TV, pop culture, and game shows with the executive producer of Let's Make a Deal and The Price is Right, Mike Richards. Joined by me, Beth Triffin, the shortest moral compass on podcasts, according to Mike. And now, The Random Show.
All right, so welcome to The Random Show. We are here with Chrissy Teigen. She's waving to the camera.
I got my Price is Right wave now.
Yeah, so...
Or this hand.
You just finished your 4 shows, right?
Yes.
And?
2 days, 4 shows.
And?
And I had the time of my life. I had such a great time.
Really?
I really, really did. I was so nervous that first show yesterday. And I remember my smile. I would be smiling and my lips were trembling. Like on camera, you could see them
really?
like...
But you're like a... Let's go back.
No. This is very different from anything I've ever done.
Because you've hosted shows.
Yes.
You've sat with Oprah.
Yeah. Also.
That has to be nerve-wracking.
Scared shitless.
Yeah. Okay. And by the way, fair enough. For a multitude of reasons.
It's Oprah.
It's freaking Oprah, right?
Oh my God.
Okay. And there's dogs running around, which disorient me. And then they have like a dog cam.
Well, I walked into my house and there were 70 people. Like at least, there was a whole crew. My couch was on a sound stage. There were lights, like.
So that was shot at your
house?
That was shot at your house?
That was shot at my house, yeah. And I got off an airplane and I was so intimidated by this scene. And I just started crying immediately. I was just overwhelmed.
That's how powerful she is.
Oprah.
She's the most powerful woman in the world.
I was terrified.
And
then by the end of it, my head was in her boobies and I was listening to John. It was perfect.
Now, is she in person? I've heard different reports.
Uh-huh.
Is she calming and in person, or does she put you on more of a hyper alert?
Oh, well, I've had different experiences with her. One where I was absolutely terrified of her.
Sure. Which
was totally uncalled for, because honestly, she was just being herself and she was fine, but just, knowing the aura of Oprah,
right.
You're terrified of her. So it's always my own damn fault, honestly. But she's never been she's never walked in a room and made me more calm, no.
Right, okay.
I have like crazy anxiety. I always get a little, I'm very on edge. But she is a calming person. She's very motherly and...
Yeah, she doesn't seem flappable. Like, she's unflappable. Like,
no.
She seems like, I'm calm and cool
no
matter what.
Beyond cool.
Of course, if I had almost $1 billion, there might not be much that could rattle me either.
But I've met billionaires before, too, that were very not like Oprah. She has this different aura about her. I don't know.
It's her aura.
It's her Oprah.
Yeah, that's her new magazine. So, and you're saying you were nervous on Price.
So nervous.
Because you've done so many things. I figured, and you told me right after the first show, you're like, okay, I promise I won't be that nervous. I was like, no, you didn't seem like that. But I was surprised to hear that, just because you've done so many different things.
I think anytime you go into any kind of new situation, like even if I have a modeling gig where it's something that I'm not used to doing, or if it's a crew that I'm not used to, you get really nervous. But this is a lot more technical. This is very fast-paced. I'm used to, photos, obviously, right, where you kind of know what to expect, or you get do-overs, or here there's so many different things going on. I'm not used to thinking of a million things at once. I'm not used to thinking, like, I have to smile, I have to do the wave, I have to look at this camera the whole time. Drew's talking to me, but I can't look at him. It's and
then you've got to hit another mark across the stage in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and then
it's a live stage
you also
show,
have to really listen to the games.
Right.
And if you don't know the game, then it helps so much when you know what's happening around you, obviously. But yeah, it's just, I'm not used to thinking of that much at once. No, not at all.
Even when you were hosting, because you hosted a VH1 show.
Yeah, but that was still, a lot of it wasn't, I don't know. For some reason, this had way more components to it.
Yeah. Well, I was watching you.
It's so fast, too. It's over in a heartbeat, and you're like, oh, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah.
Or why didn't I can't believe I didn't hit that. It gets frustrating, so.
Because I was watching you in the first, when we were rehearsing, and Doug is one of our stage managers who's been here for decades. Literally decades. And in our little universe, I've been here 5 years, but in our little universe, we have our own language. We have our own descriptions of things.
Yeah.
We have a thing called the clam that doesn't really look like a clam.
I was so excited to be in the clam, by the way. I was like, oh my god, the clam! Like, I envisioned this clam opening and me being like Ariel.
Well, you're the pearl.
Like, the pearl.
Yeah.
I was excited.
And I was watching
McLaren
him.
was not like that. But.
No, it was not. It's actually just kind of a sad little machine.
It's a sad round box cylinder.
When I first started, it's actually the first thing that I remodeled because it's in one of the original set pieces.
Really?
And it's never been redone.
Smells like it.
Yeah, and it looked like it. Like it was the same paint. They had done like some faux painting on the inside, some like beige faux painting on the inside.
I feel like one day I'm just gonna see someone's like someone's dates written in like a prison. Like Chrissy was here,
and we left you in there. We only left you there for like 25 minutes, so it was fine. But anyway, I was to finish. I saw Doug like giving you like, okay, so then you're gonna go here and you're gonna present this, and then Drew's gonna say hello to you. Then you're gonna walk over here because then there's a car and blah blah. And you just kind of nodded.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that sounds great. And I was like, oh, that didn't. None of that went through.
Okay, that's my thing. I'm like, okay.
But you just rolled with it.
Okay,
it was
cool.
good.
Okay, cool is my thing. And I'm like, okay, wait, what? Okay, wait, what? Okay, cool.
At any point were you completely disoriented, where you didn't know what was happening, or once we got going, did it seem to
like the entire first episode.
Yeah.
Like literally, all of a sudden, I'd be like, wait. Like, I'd be looking over at Jonathan or something, and the doors would open, and you're just like, oh, hey. Oh my god.
And we found you because you twitty-ated at us.
Yes.
That you love the
what
prices.
Did you just say?
Isn't that what it is? Isn't
Twitty-ated?
Twitty-ated? Isn't that the...
Tweeted?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I like to say it in as many different ways as I can.
Dad!
I know. I'm your manpa. And that you love the show.
I do love the show. I actually tweeted about I was home one day, and I caught Plinko, and I was tweeting about Plinko, and then a bunch of people had sent me the Snoop Dogg playing Plinko clip,
right?
Which he was fantastic,
amazing.
And I tweeted that this is like 4 months ago or so. I said Price is Right should do an episode where it's all Plinko, and they actually wrote me back and they said, actually, that airs in September, and I got called out by Price is Right.
Yeah.
And
it's an aggressive Twitter feed if you don't. That's at Price is Right, and we're super aggressive, and we will call people out, and then we will call them in to work on our show.
Price is Right called my ass out.
And we asked you because you never know. Some people are like, yeah, I love it, and then we never hear from them again.
Oh no,
and
I followed up on that.
Yeah, and and I was like, yeah, ask her, it'll be fun, and then after that, everywhere I looked, you were in print somewhere. After you twitted us. Twitty-ated it is.
Yeah, twitty-ated. You
have to be careful how you say it. Yeah, you were in GQ. You were everywhere. It was great.
Yeah, I got a good publicist. You with me everywhere.
Yeah.
You know how that works.
No, I not that I don't have a good publicist.
You have a publicist.
I don't have one. We are with CBS Incorporated.
Oh, you're stuck. Not that you're stuck, but I didn't realize.
No, and then we have BWR.
Oh,
who represents the show, and they're great. And
amazing.
they've been fantastic. They're new to the show within the last 6 months.
That's awesome.
So they should promote the podcast.
They're fantastic.
That
But we're competing. I'm 42 West.
No, it's all about publicity. If we all work together, it's all good.
I'm very spiteful, though. I wonder why people are like that.
Really? Yeah. You are you're pretty out there, forward on your twits.
Yes.
I've noticed.
Yes.
What has that caused problems for you in the past?
I mean, it depends what you think a problem is. A problem for me is not just a couple days of team whatever coming after you, but a problem for me would be, if it hurt my brand or endorsements or image, and that's not ever happened. If anything, it's enhanced it. So.
Yeah, because to me, you're the only model that I can think of that has that isn't flowering everything.
Yeah,
it's almost.
I don't
raw.
do the whole rise and grind, going to work today and then taking pictures in the makeup chair. Oh my gosh, but
rise and grind.
Yeah, I try not to take pictures of me working out or in the makeup chair, or that's.
There is one of you spray tanning.
Yeah, I do that stuff. I try to make everything just as obnoxious as I can.
So what is the goal? Where are you? I mean, you have a brand, and a very quickly expanding brand as far
and still trying to figure out exactly.
It's what do you want to what do you want to do?
I love food. Obviously, I love food. Obviously,
I like food. Yes. It's amazing. She's 387 pounds, but she's 9'7".
Covered.
So it's amazing.
It all goes to my legs.
Yeah, she has cankles.
No, I love food. I would love to do cooking, cooking show. Yeah. I love hosting,
do you have a title?
acting. Wannabe chef.
Ooh.
I guess, is that a title? We're on a break, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm on a very extended break, as I'll never do this again. But
will you never do the same? Will you never come
I would love to do it again.
That was one of my hard hitting. See, I have a little notebook here and everything. So would you do it again? Was it fun?
1,000%. Yes.
What was the best part? Because you kind of told us the tough part.
The best part, Rachel. Rachel's the best part. She's so sweet. She's so amazing. My mentor. She's almost not human.
Right.
She's so sweet and kind.
We've taken a strong disliking to her.
I wonder if that will like rub off on me, but I don't.
She's
think so.
and that's not just her with you, and that's not just her on the set. She's always that sickeningly nice. She's
so professional and so wonderful and so kind. And in this industry, I work with a lot of women who will remain nameless. That just
name six
really,
now immediately.
They really, Monica. No,
Monica who?
I don't just
look her up. Is she real?
Monica, just Monica. But no, you work with a lot of women that don't want to help you. They are insecure and who knows how long our jobs are going to last. So you don't want to help somebody else. And
now is that how you think? Are you like that?
No, not at all. But I also don't think of myself as like a real professional in any aspect either.
You know what? Me neither.
Cool.
So you don't because you don't take it too
I don't take it seriously enough
yeah.
to ever be insecure about, oh my God, this is my job but obviously Rachel's been here forever. She's totally secure. She's happy. She's wonderful. She's so kind. I think any other modeling is just really a different ballgame, I guess, because no one would ever be like, oh, you should do this in a photo, or this is the way you should. No.
But wouldn't that be great if it was that way?
Yeah, it'd be real nice.
Because there's enough modeling jobs to go around right there.
No kidding, but no, it's too competitive.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it that competitive? I guess it is.
It is. Although you need to realize that obviously they have one look in their minds, and if you're not that look, then you're just not right. It's fine.
Well, that's the way, because I hosted and auditioned for stuff for years, and once I became a producer and understood how it worked, I was like, trust me, it has absolutely nothing to do with me. If the producer's brother or son is right for it, or in the vicinity of it, then that's who's going to be it. They have this idea of someone. I actually got called in on an audition where they were looking for a Mike Richards type.
No. And you didn't get it?
And I was like, what?
You can't even be yourself.
I'm him. And I'm available.
Haven't you seen that on Seinfeld? I'm George.
Yes. See, Bisgrove's a big Seinfeld fan.
I'm George.
Yes. So, I guess I get that it's competitive. Rachel is an anomaly. She's like the nicest person in the world.
Beyond.
Yeah. I don't get why she's so nice. And I think she's always been that way.
Yeah.
Now, you went in on, because I was creepy stalking you, I was on your blog. Delicious? Am I saying it right?
So delicious.
So delicious.
Lush comes from my love of wine.
She is drinking wine.
I am
You're
drinking
our first
wine.
guest to drink. Now, sometimes I drink
during
the podcast, but other people tend to not.
Well.
But I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And we kept it classy here on The Price is Right because it's in a plastic cup.
Oh, yes. I find wine cups, wine cups. Classy. I find wine glasses just a little too pretentious.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
So
the swirl and the whole.
But you're a cooking type person.
I love cooking. Don't say foodie. Do not say foodie. I hate foodie.
Is that I'm not a foodie. I'm not a food type person because I have zero sense of taste.
You don't eat and you're very thin.
So back to John Legend.
Yes.
Is your
husband
Congratulations.
now? Oh, I'm a wife.
You're a ball and chain.
I'm someone married.
You guys, yeah. Can you believe it? What the hell? Well, and he didn't really rush into it.
No, 7 years.
Yeah. First of all, my wife did not ever pressure me to get married.
Me neither.
Which is
obviously
cool. And you must have been like almost not interested in it.
Well, I pretended to be cool girl. I didn't pretend. I was cool girl. I pretended to be cool girl for a very long time. I didn't want to. Even when we first had started dating, I think he was dating around. I remember seeing pictures of him with other women at different events and doing like little wire image thing. I know, but we were dating. I'm like, oh, you're with this other girl. You took this girl to this event, but I kept.
You don't become John Legend to be like, you know what? The first girl I meet, I'm going to marry her.
Monogamous.
Well, no, I'm sure he became monogamous, but I'm telling you that when you are
I know.
a young
There's no
John
way you
Legend,
would say that. I know.
You would go, the whole,
yeah, I know. No, and I understood that too. So I let him do his thing, and I never had the talk like, what are we? I never did that kind of, no.
You should have done it in that voice, though.
What are we?
We're nothing now.
We're nothing crazy.
Are we the Muppets? Is that what's happening right now? So you never had, at what point did it become monogamous? 6.5 years in.
I don't know, really. I can't. I guess when we moved in together.
That might have been
probably helped.
Mm-hmm. And how far into the relationship was that?
Maybe a year or so.
And is that
or less than a year?
It seems like a terrible thing. I'm being serious.
I've tended to move in. Tendiated to move in with everyone I've ever dated. So.
Are you You're a commitment type person? Is that?
Yeah,
okay.
I never really was like the fun dating type. I just set my toothbrush up in the sink, and I was like, "This is mine. This place is mine."
And occasionally, did you pee on the carpet just to formally?
Yep, I marked it.
Sure,
I did it.
Absolutely. So, is it a pain? I would think it would be a pain. Being this is going to sound ridiculous, but let me finish the whole thing before everybody rolls their eyes. So brilliant. So hot. And then and then dating a very smart, hot singer.
God.
Does it cause like a weird...
I mean, I think we...
I'm waving my hand. You know what I mean? Like a weird... I don't know.
No, we do so well, I think, because we're just total opposites. He is so eloquent and
he's so stupid and so unattractive.
He's so disgusting.
Right?
No, I mean, we have two totally different types of personalities, obviously, and I'm very outspoken. He's very soft-spoken, and he really thinks before he speaks. I'm very out there,
right.
And he went to Ivy League college at 16. I mean, I went through 4 months of community college.
No, you had poison ivy when you were 16.
I did.
That's the same level.
Ivy, poison ivy.
Whatever.
I agree.
And then you saw the movie Poison Ivy.
I agree.
And then
I never saw Poison Ivy.
No?
No.
I didn't either.
I don't even know what that is,
I
actually.
don't really
Wait,
either.
what's Poison Ivy?
I think it was a movie. Did I just pull that out of nowhere?
Quick!
Someone harnessed...
I've heard of Poison.
Batman.
It is, but I thought it was something else.
You thought Poison Ivy had her own movie?
That's what I thought he was going with.
Maybe. Poison Ivy was, who was it? Uma Thurman. In the Batman movie with Jim Carrey. I'm a nerd.
You think she has her own movie?
She should have. That really pissed me off. She didn't give her own spin-off. You know, she died.
So I saw it too.
Yeah. They should have spun it off. So... I have no idea what we were just talking about.
I don't even freaking know.
The differences between you guys. But I'm saying, like, the pressure of... being a public couple.
No? I don't know where this is going, but there's no pressure.
No pressure?
Anything. No.
Okay,
no.
so
the pressure for me comes from meeting really amazing people all the time who have amazing jobs. I remember one of the first events John ever took me to.
She's looping me into that.
Who have really amazing jobs.
I do have an amazing job.
I'll say it like that.
Yeah, thanks. Amazing jobs. Jobs that are amazing. Go ahead. Sorry, you were at an amazing person.
One of the first events he ever took me to was a Time 100 event, and we had a table.
You know what? That's so effed up that John, he can just, I'm going to this Time 100 event.
He was being honored.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a table with, I think, Michelle Obama, Oprah, Somali Ma'am. I mean, really amazing. Somali Ma'am runs a charity that I really am involved with now, which is absolutely fantastic. And I remember them going around the table, all these powerful women, so powerful, so amazing. And they get around to me, and they go, "And what do you do?" And I was like, fuck. Like, what do I even say? Like, I'm a model.
I'm a neurogenetic bodycist.
I wish I could have done that.
That'd have been amazing.
That was, like, I don't even know what that means now.
I don't either.
Oh my god.
That's why you have to say it that way.
Confidence. Anything with confidence.
Fake confidence, I'm telling you.
Damn it. So I ended up going backstage before John was going to perform, and I started crying. And this is when Oprah, my first run-in with Oprah, had knocked on the door, and she was like, "Hello!" and walks in the door.
I love Oprah impressions.
And I hide behind the door because I'm crying because I felt so insecure and so inadequate compared to all these amazing women. And she's pushing open the door and trying to open it more and wondering who the hell is back there. And then looks over and sees that I'm hiding. And she was like, goodbye, basically. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah, that was my Oprah. Yeah.
And she leaves. And then I've been convinced since then, like that moment 6 years ago, that she thinks John's abusive or something. Because honestly,
which I could see that.
I had been crying, and what other reason would I just be like sobbing in the dressing room out of nowhere?
So where are we now, 5 years, 6 years later, with the insecurities? If you were sitting at that table now, how would you feel?
You know what? I still wouldn't know how to answer the question of what do I do. That's my insecurity now, is I don't know what I do exactly. I really enjoy doing a lot of things. I love hosting. I love being able to cook. But my biggest nightmare is being someone whose name you kind of know, but really don't know what they do. That's I'm working on that part of it.
Because I would think, like, at first when you become a model, it's probably like a badge of honor.
I cannot with confidence say, I'm a model.
Right.
I've never been able to do that.
Me neither. I just won't.
Say it now. Say it now.
I'm a model.
No, say it with confidence.
I'm a model.
That was just creepy. No, you have to be like, I'm a model.
But see,
you have to be self-deprecating about it as well.
I'm a model.
I'm a model. It's what I do.
But is that so? At first, when you're called, like, if anyone ever put me in the category of model, I would be thrilled at the beginning, and then I could see it like 2-3 years in. It's like I model. That's why you always hear people. I model. I act. I write.
Yeah. But then it sounds even worse the more things you list. I don't ever, like, oh my God, I would never say I'm a model / host or model / actress.
Right. You should get a business card.
Model /
brand.
Just
how about just brand?
My own person.
Did you ever?
I would sooner put housewife. Like, I really would much prefer to, like, have one title rather than a model / anything. I can't do it. No offense to any model / but, like, I know, I'm
getting that taken off my business card now. Mine says model / producer / writer host /
perfect
Underoos.
Philanthropist.
Bruce Valanche is here? It's a philanthropist.
Philanderer?
That could be Bruce Valanche, maybe. A philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
Nope.
That's what I love. That's
still not right. Say it again.
Wait, say it.
Philanthropist.
Wait, what?
Isn't that right? Am I saying it wrong?
No, you're saying it wrong.
Philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
There you go. Got it.
Oh, it's not tro?
No. I don't think so. But you actually are, so you get to say that. You could list that.
I could. If I could say it, I would say it.
You just say, I like to help people.
Philanthropist.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, what about the thing that I read on your blog? That was, you went after a guy. Somebody was speaking ill of you.
Which is like the worst recipe ever to put onto your food blog.
Well, it didn't make me hungry because you have this great, so delicious food. It's basically like it's ramble.
It's random rambling.
Yeah, which is cool.
So sometimes it's whatever I'm upset about. Basically, is what it's turned into. But mostly, I try to do recipes. But I haven't had a home for a little bit. We're renovating, so I haven't really had a kitchen to cook in. So now it just has turned into. I think I covered my honeymoon in it. I'm not even done with that part yet. But yeah,
there's more.
Just wait.
There's video
coming on Friday. But yeah, this thing was bad.
Somebody was really aggressive towards you.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it, but so he was really aggressive towards you, which happens when you're in the public eye.
Yeah.
People, even with me as a producer, not on camera, have said horrific things.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, there are Price is Right fans.
Well, you get letters and stuff. I know,
and there's websites, and there's like a whole world associated with it.
What is wrong with people? The time that this takes.
Well, that's what I have.
You're here and you're watching.
Yeah, what? But they say horrible things. I try to ignore it.
Yeah, I can't ignore things. That's my number one problem is I have this insane need for justice. John tells me this all the time. I cannot let people get away with something.
John Mayer.
This is what Lennon actually tells me, that I cannot get away with. I cannot let people get away with. I feel violated in some way when they feel like they can just say anything.
But that's a weird thing for someone who is famous and wants to be even more famous.
Because
you're a target.
I don't know. I just feel like people. It just really frustrates me. I feel like I'm very hyper aware of what everyone thinks of me, and I'm very hyper aware of what's going to hurt other people when I say it, and I just know. And I feel like some people just say things and just don't.
Well, that's the interweb.
Yeah.
Because everyone can do it without, almost anonymously.
Yeah.
They can
what this person said, though, really, I've read a lot of stuff about me. I've read, I'm on a lot of different blogs where they can, and I can usually laugh it off, but this, for some reason, was just a consistent hatred, and it got more malicious, and then turned into kind of this creepiness where he felt like he knew me, and it made me uncomfortable, and I was really upset about it, and so I wrote about it on my blog, and then I had literally 200 comments within the first couple days, and some were so long, and I remember crying through a lot of them, but one of the ones that stuck was this anthropologist who said that she's really been studied this, and she really feels that humans are primates, and we have this. It's in our nature to to really want to be loved and want to be liked and really feel.
We're pack animals.
We need to be close to each other, and with the advent of the internet, obviously we've actually separated. We've been further apart, but we have this need to be social. So we try to be social through social media, obviously, but also we're so far removed from each other that we don't have the same. We can't grasp other people's emotions as easily as we used to, and it was just really amazing to me. And I feel like that's true, and it makes me want to go away. That's another show I want to do.
Go away?
Getting away from technology. I cannot not have my phone in my hand. Like, I'm very creepy, and I'm very creepy.
I'm putting that on a list.
That's the title now. But I gotta stop. I'm a comment reader, and once you read one, you gotta keep going.
Gotta keep going, yeah. You see, I think that if we've all, and I'm not included in the famous people thing, but when you allow people to say bad things, then that we've all been taught by our publicists and by the networks and by everybody. Just said, they just said that, and they go, nope. Well, then you just write back, hey, thanks for commenting. And it's like, no.
Well, the thing is, now it blows over.
It does blow over. But what if we started to go after them? What if we looked into them and went, this is going to be awesome?
That's my dream. My dream is to send some of these people to jail.
No, but that should be your show.
Well, there was a show like that. It was called...
F Off.
No, it was honest. What was it called? What was it called? Mario Lopez hosted it. They met with their Twitter. Group? They met with their Twitter people that were... it's called Haters.
Oh, Haters, yeah.
And they met with their Twitter people and I confronted them. But
okay, I remember that.
Some of mine are like, I get death threats and really random crazy stuff. And you look at people, my thing is, when I look at like someone that, like Amanda Bynes or Chris Brown or whoever is outspoken on Twitter and really gets themselves into a lot of trouble, I honestly I understand why they feel the need to want to defend themselves, but I'm like, oh, that's crazy though. Like, relax.
You're making it worse.
But I'm the same way, so.
I did feel like you were, but I like this as a show for you. You go after anybody that says anything bad,
and you cook them. See them.
No, and then you cook them a meal.
Is it poisoned?
That's the end of the show.
That's up to me.
So if they have
Is it poison?
I like that. That was the Price is Right flip. And so at the end of the
show... You're dead.
that's the cliffhanger. Did they apologize? Did you buy it? Or are they dead?
At that point, I'm very spiteful, and I don't even care for an apology after.
Really?
Don't care.
Interesting. Yeah. So you've promised to come back to The Price is Right.
I would love to.
And
more than promise. I live up the street. I mean, come on. It's too easy. I got my own parking spot. I wrote my agent in the morning. I was like, this day is starting amazing in the parking spot.
Yeah, yes.
I'm not used to this kind of...
Really? Well, we were surprised that you didn't show up with, like, people.
Oh, no. I was like,
I got a call and they're like, she's here. And I was like, oh, so where are we,
No,
where are we putting the people up?
I request that I don't have a team, mostly because I don't want everyone has questions all the time. I get very easily overwhelmed, so I like to be alone.
Oh, you were fantastic. It was so fun.
Thank
Everybody
you.
loved having you. You will come back.
I had such a good time, and I'm a little bummed now. We're all gonna have drinks after.
Yes, we are.
Right? Are you coming?
No, because I have to go to work. Here's the thing: we shoot the show and then we go work because somebody has to put showcase meeting.
What about child labor laws?
I don't have. I'm just over the age of 12, and so I don't have those. And I'm not in a union because producers don't have a union, so there's no limit to how late we can work.
You know what? I've said the same thing about modeling. There's no models union, but also
we should join the
sign
two.
Up for that.
We should join the two
model
and just have mixers.
What about the model producing union?
Or all producers that are there's something there. We'll figure it out.
Pro models.
Oh, I like it. Thank you.
Producers.
Go have 8 drinks.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
8 more.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You've been drinking.
Thank you.